Welcome back to Live Life and Win, the series celebrating the best in all of us.
Now, Eric, I'm going to introduce you to a future journalist who's already making an impact. Jacklyn Lee tried so hard to get a TV news internship, but the stations kept telling her she was too young. So what did she do? She started her own show. Take a look.
What we're gonna do is we're going to film you right here, and then I'm gonna move the chairs, and then we're just gonna set up and start.
We are taking you behind the scenes of a teen news program.
I'm just gonna ask you questions and just pretend the camera's not there. And then if you could kind of just be as open as you can, that'd be really great, and then just don't look directly in the camera.
Meet 17-year-old Jacklyn Lee. Today, she's going to interview her classmate for her show. She's going to ask lots of personal and private questions. Jacklyn's web show is called This Teen Life.
So you said that he was really aggressive towards you. What exactly would happen?
Each day would be different. Like I would go and I would see him and I would wonder which one of him I was gonna get, the angry one or the happy one.
The topics are tough. They deal with social issues teens face every day. Many times, they're issues teens don't want to talk to adults about.
So when he would hit you, what exactly was going through your mind?
At first it was fear. The one time he actually did hit me, I started crying because it hurt and I was scared, and then I told him, I was like, you gotta get out of my house.
For as long as Jacklyn can remember, she's wanted to be a journalist.
I want to be a journalist because I love telling stories. A journalist is someone who tells a story and they're able to use that story to change other people's lives. I've always loved talking. I'm using my voice to tell their story that they might not otherwise be able to tell. I think being a journalist is important because it just keeps everyone in check. If you have someone over your shoulder who could expose your corruption, a journalist can influence other people's lives for the better.
Tell me about This Teen Life.
What I'm focusing on is some of the greatest hardships that teens face today. By being able to talk about things such as cutting or sexual and verbal abuse, kids who have gone through that but haven't talked about it are able to watch an episode and realize that there are other kids who have gone through the same exact thing.
What are some of the topics you cover?
Disease, the pressure to look good, college admissions, and I just conducted a few interviews on homosexuality and depression.
What made you want to start this?
I just like helping people. I'm combining my passion for helping other people with television journalism. This is kind of my way of starting early.
What was the first story you put on This Teen Life?
The very first was cutting and self-harm.
What made you choose that?
There was a girl that I knew who was willing to talk about her experience with self-mutilation.
Why such heavy topics?
I feel like a lot of people simply just don't address them because they are so heavy. What this show is trying to do is trying to show we all struggle and we all go through similar hardships. So you shouldn't feel alone. You shouldn't feel like a bad person.
So what do you do to achieve your goal of being a journalist?
So basically, when I was 15, I started job shadowing different anchors and producers, and then that's kind of what started my interest in it. And then when I was begging for internships, they all said, oh no, you're too young, and that just got me angry. And they said, okay, create something yourself. So I figured in this digital age, we're able to do so much at the tip of our fingers. So I figured, okay, so then I'll start something. So then eventually the web show came about. As teens in the 21st century, it's our time to share our story from our perspective. The untold side, not from adults, from our generation. It's our turn, our voice. A show by teens for teens. Okay, so basically this is my room, and this is where I edit all of the videos and take the interviews and turn them into episodes. Normally I have to watch all the footage, and then I cut it. For example, this is an episode that I did on depression.
How did you learn to edit?
At my school's television station.
How long does it take you to usually edit one episode?
It could vary from a few days to a few weeks, depending on how much time I have.
So is my job in danger?
No, we can work together.
That's awesome. Sounds good to me. I like it. Jacklyn gets feedback from her viewers, so she knows she's making a difference.
I believe I'm making an impact just because I've received messages from strangers all over the world that have said that I've helped them and changed their lives. When I first launched the show, I got a message from a kid who was 16 years old, and he had gone through mental health issues, and he said that the website really helped him connect with other people. And he said it just helped him a lot as a person. And when that happened, all of the hard work just made sense. Like, that was just the main goal of the entire show, was just to help one kid. And I did end up helping one kid, so everything else is just kind of like a bonus. The ultimate goal for this teen life is really just to hopefully influence other people's lives for the better. I feel the need to help people because, I mean, if I don't, who will? My biggest obstacle with the show was actually finding people who were willing to talk about different topics.
She wants to give advice for anyone trying to follow their own dreams.
The advice that I would give them is they are probably going to face rejection. That's just a fact of life. But if you care about something so passionately, and if you want to make it a reality, make it a reality. Don't let other people stop you. Because in turn, you're gonna have people say no to you, and you're gonna have people say, oh, that's kind of stupid. But don't listen to them. If you care about it, make it happen, and it'll be great.
She is working towards her goal of being a foreign correspondent.
Yeah, you got